and welcome to Scarlet Serpent readings. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Timeless Pick a Card reading, where we will find out what you need to know. This was the winning topic for the poll, so thank you for all of you who voted. But second place was very close. I think it was off by like 3%, so we're going to do that one next. What's hidden from you, something like that. And then I also got a nice an interesting request, and I'll be doing that one next, so you can look forward to those readings. And again, like, I appreciate the interaction. It's a lot of fun, you know. So anyway, what you need to know, it's probably going to be more of a mini reading. I have 3 piles like usual. Pile 1 is going to be this card. Pile 2 is this card, and then pile 3 is this card. And as always, the timestamps are going to be in the description box below. If you need some more time, you can go ahead and pause the video, but otherwise I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this card, this is going to be your reading on what you need to know. This card doesn't represent anything specific, just kind of general energies at this time. But we also have this card as well. This is the only pile with 2 of these oracle cards. I'm going to read from the book a little bit, but this one says mask, and this one is picture. So let's really quick, like just a couple sentences. I guess we'll start with picture. It's ruled by Pluto and Neptune. The combining in this mansion of the 2 outer planets, the powerful Pluto and the ethereal Neptune, suggests enormous imagination and sensitivity, together with an idealistic desire to spread your beliefs and dreams to the whole world. This mansion signifies compassion and positive assistance to those in trouble. And then we also got the mask, and that one is ruled by Mercury and Uranus. And it says, Mercury and Uranus in conjunction result in eccentric, unusual, and even deceitful thinking. Capricorn and Aquarius are in conflict. Capricorn is concerned with keeping up appearances, while Aquarius likes to break new ground and to change old-fashioned views. This mansion reveals adverse, unusual, or unexpected talk. From these 2 together, it kind of feels like someone's taking advantage of your goodwill and good intentions. It could suggest codependency. But we're going to go ahead and see with the tarot kind of what's going on. What do you need to be aware of? Are you giving too much energy to people who are pretending to be more in need than they are? Okay. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Upheaval. Okay. High Priestess. Wow, and the Empress. Yeah, that Empress, this divine feminine energy is very strong with this pile. So let me go ahead and show you the cards. Upheaval. And I don't know if this, well, I did a reading recently with an upheaval card, but it was in a different deck. So you might, if you ended up picking up that pile, I guess this is kind of doubling down on that sort of energy of something underneath the surface that can cause like friction, a sort of eruption. But we also have the High Priestess and the Empress. So this divine feminine energy with you. But we also see the snake, which is pretty interesting with this Empress card. And it kind of goes back to that mask energy that we saw earlier. Someone's being a little dishonest around you and taking advantage of your nurturing kindness. I do think underneath the surface you kind of know that this is something that's happening, and there might be a level of guilt associated with detaching from this person. I do think that inevitably it's going to reveal itself, and how you engage after this reveal is going to be, well, not necessarily how you engage, but how they react to you finding out is going to be very revealing. And for some, a little troubling, but also for some of you, it might be more of a relief that this is finally over. Because, again, you've been putting in a lot of work, and not getting that much out of it. Six of Swords suggesting moving away, and then the Four of Cups as well. So I'll just show you these cards. Oh, I forgot that this one's kind of hard to see. Sorry about that. So it's like they know what they're doing. This person or the situation, it does feel like a specific person. They know what they're doing. And this feels like you, right? This nurturing mother-like figure who's willing to give constantly, right? So either you're aware of this, or I don't know. I feel like both of you are trying to play pretend. This could be a company, but it really does feel like more specifically a person. It's like a one-sided relationship, really. And with the Four of Pentacles showing up underneath the Empress, it's like, it's depressing that they've been going at this for so long. Let's get a few more cards, though. I kind of want to dig a bit deeper as to what's going on, what you need to know. We do have the Six of Wands, the Justice card, yeah. The Hermit, it was in reverse. I'll leave it in reverse for now. And then Temperance. Wow. The Six of Wands was underneath the Seven of Pentacles. So, I mean, regardless, I mean, it seems as though you've been trying to do the right thing, and I don't know, the truth is going to surface regardless, and they'll get their karma. They'll get it might for a few of you have something to do with like a lawsuit or something like that, like an illegal issue, something with documentation and things along those lines. With the four lines being here, it is balanced. It is seen by the universe, even though the details of what's happening might not be apparent for you. It's like that truth is out there. With the Hermit card underneath the what do you call it, High Priestess, and the Six of Swords, it's like the more you spend time with yourself alone, away from this person, the more you realize that they're not really helping you in any way, that they're just holding you back, and you know that. It's interesting because like I had recorded one of the shorts. I have it saved on TikTok because they allow me to store more than one. So I don't know if it's up by this point, but that was speaking of this energy of someone who is kind of deliberately holding you back, out of fear, out of spite, out of jealousy for you. And that's just something that is being brought again up to the surface. And I think with the Hermit in reverse, it's kind of revealing that truth that you already know on the inside, but it's I'm shaking it like it's gonna it's going up, it's coming up. It can't be hidden for that much longer. And I think while it's an uncomfortable situation to be in, honestly, you knew it was coming. And this, while at first it might feel that level of uncomfortable, but it also feels like justice. It also feels like relief. You get a nice exhale. You don't have to deal with this energy anymore, that you don't have to deal with this person being full of it, and that you know that they're being full of it. And then we have the Temperance card under the Empress, yeah, and Four of Cups. I mean, in a sense, it's revealing that your intuition again was correct, that this sense of something's wrong, something is a little off, and I think ultimately this is a lesson in being balanced, not only with the Justice card, so we get kind of two of those cards that suggest balance, equal give and take. Even with the Six of Swords, that same sense of balance with the number 6, connecting to the sun, really. But what I'm getting at is, like, how much you give needs to be given back to you. It really does. And holding yourself true to that standard, especially with the Empress, the High Priestess, like, these are divine, higher beings. And the more you see yourself as a divine being of royalty, I think the more credit you'll give to yourself in well, not credit. I would say it's like, if you see yourself as royalty, your time becomes a lot more valuable, because those resources, again, this energy, this focus, can be given to a lot of other people, right? To yourself first and foremost, but by giving that to yourself, you open yourself up to producing, well, first of all, producing something for the world. So, like, creating, and these examples, music or poetry or something like that, where you can express yourself, and that expression helps a wide range of people. And this person is hindering your expression, and so by consequence, they're preventing you from helping a lot of other people. And so maybe just that mindset shift can, because that's what this picture is showing me too. Interesting that we have the picture here and the Temperance card. And that's really what's being said, is that someone's manipulating the amount of energy that you're pouring out into other people. They're being selfish with you. And while it is unfortunate that someone's being deceptive, it's ultimately your responsibility to know how much is too much. And I think at the end of the day, that's kind of the lesson that's being brought forth, is when to say no. Don't be afraid of saying no. But also kind of giving yourself you time, giving yourself not just you time, but like, don't feel bad for taking care of yourself, for being alone. We do have Sedna with gratitude. I'm going to read some of these, but beautiful kind of ocean energy. And we do see that with, again, specifically the High Priestess, and the picture, and Temperance, a very calming energy, very connected to the water. So you might have a very significant water placement in your chart, but otherwise, that emotional sensitivity is a guiding light. It's a compass for you to navigate through the world. And even if your logical mind says, no, I can't, it doesn't add up, but your heart doesn't lie to you. It can't be deceived. And then we have Asibakashi with meditation. And we do see a dream catcher there. So this meditation card is right next to the Hermit. And also the High Priestess. So that's your power. Step into this meditative space, and be aware of someone who's trying to guilt trip you into saying you don't need time for yourself. The family is more important. This group is more important. I'm more important. Whatever it is, it's more important than meditation. That just sounds wrong. You shouldn't be punished for taking that time, again, to study yourself, to breathe, and to just be. So set that boundary, create that space for yourself, and I think the truth will reveal itself. And I think you're ready for it, because you already know it. But yeah, that's going to be the reading for you. Of course, there's 2 other piles, so if you want to lighten up, maybe, potentially, I don't know, with another pile, you can go ahead and do so. But otherwise, it's been a pleasure. Feel free to like, comment, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile 2. If you chose this card, this is going to be your reading on what you need to know, with the full moon in an air sign, and it says under here, solution, with the number 4. So potentially, just this flooding of ideas might be either already on you or on its way towards you. and it kind of feels like go go with those ideas just as quickly as they came to you, because that moment of opportunity is fleeting. So don't get too lost in your head, even though you have a lot of these ideas. Again, it's a great opportunity for you to express yourself, but also implement new ideas that you might not have thought possible. Oh, wow, yeah. The very first card is the Ace of Swords. So it's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Take it and run. Write it. Write it down, use it, and don't be afraid of it. Because I think at some point your ideas might have felt almost like a hindrance. Like, what am I supposed to do with all of this, these ideas that I can't actually do anything with because I don't have the resources and anything. And then as I say that, we have the Whispering card with the Seven of Swords, this self-deception that can come through, and that's you talking. And then the ear is also the mouth. If you notice that, it's very clever design, honestly. But the ear and the mouth, it's all you. There's nobody else involved. I mean, maybe that pattern of speech is something that you've picked up from somebody else, but don't allow yourself to hesitate. You can't hesitate. You can't really afford to, because I think for some of you, you've done it enough that you're used to not pressing go on your ideas. And then we have the Queen of Swords as well. Yeah, this is your time. Whether or not you resonate with being a air sign, this is straight up Aquarius energy. We do have the Two of Pentacles, so this is all about balancing and prioritizing, I guess your daily needs and creating an income, your usual routine, but try and fit in whatever this is. It could be a new way of doing something you already do. So if you're, for example, a content creator, and you just it might be silly, but just go and do it. Go and do it. Don't hesitate. Even if it starts off, I'm going to clarify these, by the way. Even if it starts off very slow, the big thing is that at some point it'll pick up. It might become trending, but if you're always following the trends, then you'll always be behind. That's kind of what follow means, literally being behind. So if you want to be ahead of the curve, you have to be the trailblazer, and that means taking a chance on those, again, ideas. I have to count. I'm kind of embarrassed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. So, okay. 10 of Pentacles. This is an extremely positive situation, potentially, and that all depends on whether or not you take action on this, because if you don't, then it's just another daydream. But it's just screaming. This reading is screaming success. With the Two of Pentacles, and underneath this Two of Pentacles, depending on what action you take, we do have this Six of Wands here, which is a celebratory card, a card of recognition. It is in white, so it is something to be seen by other people. But it's up to you to slowly build it, and to put it out there so it can be seen. Because right now it's still within the confines of your mind. It's still just in the ethereal world of maybes and what ifs, and it's really up to you to make that into something concrete, into something tangible and physical in this world. Because that's why we're here. We get that a lot of times, like, I relinquish all material things, and that's foolish. I mean, it's like we're in a physical universe right now. That's why we're here. And so it doesn't make sense to completely neglect your body, your mind. Well, not your mind, I guess that doesn't really count, but neglect physicality, because it is the expression of the mental realm. What's interesting is that we have the Ten of Swords underneath the Seven of Swords. That is suggesting something very positive again, which is the end of this self-sabotaging thought pattern, which is, no, I shouldn't, what if, again, they're not going to like it. It doesn't matter if they like it at first. If people don't accept your idea, it doesn't matter. It's your expression, and as long as you like your product, if this feels like it's you being poured out to the physical, then it's if you enjoy it, it's successful, like making a song. No one else likes the song. Well, I like it. I made it for me. That's one listener, and that in itself is healing. And then maybe, as can happen with trailblazers, people eventually catch on to it. There's no guarantee of that, but just because of the cards that we're getting, it really feels like that's going to be the case. And also, I'm kind of getting that while the idea came quickly, the implementation might take time. So again, taking notes on those ideas, but slowly building and taking steps towards making that a reality. So then, yeah, we have the King of Wands. I'm going to clarify these. Well, I'm going to clarify all of them. But what it feels like is that the King of Wands energy is being aided by the Queen of Swords. Like, they go together very nicely. I always think so. I don't know. Where it's the Queen of Swords is focused in bringing these thoughts down, vocalizing it, really. And then it's up to the fire to kind of light itself up and spread that wisdom. And so if you have trouble with staying on target, I guess, in physical manifestation or physical work, action, doing a little bit of something every day, I think this fire will grow within you, and then it'll become over time easier to implement this into the physical world somehow. But it does feel, very successful. We do have, again, the 6 of Wands showing up twice, so double these sixes. Again, that fire energy. So it's something that you're going to be recognized for. It's something that is going to help others understand themselves a bit better. And then we do have the 7 of Pentacles, which refers to the amount of time that it takes for something to grow. I mean, it is the moon in Taurus, so maybe it might feel as though you're not getting the amount of physical compensation, monetary compensation for what you're getting. But it is coming. It just takes time, and it's worth creating a more stable foundation than just a quick burst of money, but then that quickly fizzles away, At least with 7 of Pentacles, it's slow, it's steady, it's concrete, which is what you want. And we have the 8 of Wands right over the 7 of Swords, right over the 10 of Swords. It's as if you had been getting different epiphanies, and it's almost as if you've been putting a filter over them and kind of blocking out all of the nutrients of your ideas into the real world. So like, as you, again, 10 of Swords, with Gemini and the Sun, as you shine light onto these thought patterns that aren't helping you, you're allowing more of the wisdom and knowledge, I guess, passion of spirit to come through more fully and more clearly. And I think that guidance will just, again, be its own momentum, be its own force of nature that moves through you. And then the last card is the 8 of Swords. I'm going to clarify this, though. I don't know. This 8 of Swords feels different. It feels like a way out, which might be something you've been looking for. Maybe a way out to another location, or just a way out of a certain loop of lack of expression. Let's get one more card. The Magician. Cool. So it feels like a more focused approach. And then with the 8 of Wands being there and Mercury showing up twice, it's again alluding to kind of communication and manifestation and knowing your power and your influence. And I don't know if you've been in a relationship or some sort of situation where you're used to having your voice muted or just completely ignored. And I think this phase is about healing that energy, healing that lie that what you have to say doesn't matter, or it's silly or whatever, because it's nonsense. And I think this is a big step, because the more people that you can rally behind you, the more confident you'll feel, and then with that confidence, it's just gonna keep rolling. So it's exciting, but the first step is putting yourself out there, putting those thoughts out there. And then we have Dudula with cleansing. I do think, let's just read the card. I'm not even gonna bother. Cleansing, because I think the cleansing is, maybe it's something that you have to do, cleanse your energy, cleanse your mind, allow it to be clear. But I do think that in a way, this whole process of creativity, of expression, this channeling situation that's going on with this pile is the cleansing. But let's see. Dodola is a Slavic goddess of the rain. If she hears any disrespect or violence aimed towards women, she seeks out the aggressor and punishes them with lightning borrowed from her husband, Purin, the thunder god. Oh, that's so cool. Energy at times can be physically felt or harnessed, depending on our intentions. That's big. I'll just read it again. Oh, I lost it. It's gone. I lost it. Oh no, here we go. Energy at times can be physically felt or harnessed depending on our intentions. There's that, like I had mentioned, that the transformation from thought to something physical, and that's what this is. With Mercury again, with Eight of Wands, all the swords and everything, all that stuff, a physical evidence of your connection to spirit. That's kind of what this is, and in trusting in that, trusting that it's not just, it's kind of like if you keep these ideas locked up inside you, you're kind of being, not to be mean, but it almost sounds like, I could imagine your spirit team or someone saying like, you're kind of being selfish, you're not sharing that with other people, and through sharing that, that's when you'll get your recognition, that's when you're gonna get the financial compensation. Is there anything else? Let's see. You must pay close attention to Dodola's message in this moment. Let the rains of renewal wash your spirit clean so you may move forward on your journey in peace. It's a great way to end the reading. But I do want to go back to this. Here we go. This Eight of Swords is not the traditional Eight of Swords. That river is created by that rain that's cleansing you to move forward with confidence. What was once something that kept you stuck with all of the swords again, with Jupiter expanding those things, now you've taken control of the swords and you're using them to your advantage and moving with ease to the next phase of your journey. It's very exciting. Take advantage. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi Pile 3, if you chose this card, this is going to be your reading on what you need to know with the Black Moon, water, and dormant energy of isolation, reflection, just taking it easy really, and there's something hidden that's going to be revealed a little bit later, so setting the intention now is a great idea, I guess, but we'll see what the reading has to say. So what do you need to know? Just gonna Is that 9 or 10? I'm sorry, I'm counting these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, that's why. Well, that makes sense. You're really this is really just a time of recharging your energy. 9 of Wands, then followed by the Ace of Wands. Then we do have the Conqueror. It's a very interesting Conqueror. It's really cool. Wait till you see it. If you're not a fire sign, then at least that's an energy that you're being asked to embrace, but I do feel like strong, very strong fire energy for this pile. And what can happen with fire is that it sparks very with intensity, but it does fade away, so it needs time to replenish itself. And the reason why you're expending this much fire is because whatever it is that you're trying to do takes a lot of energy. It's big, bold ideas, big, bold progression through life. And big energy requires big rest, so don't feel guilty about taking that time for yourself. So the 9 of Wands, the Ace of Wands. That's why that energy, the isolation card, is there. And I also notice it with the number 8, which is, for me, like a number of power, infinite power, but it takes time to go underneath and then go back up. So it's really just part of that journey. I'm sure at this point you know that by now, but we do have the Emperor showing up. The Conqueror. Wow, look at that. It's definitely a shaman energy right there. And with that sort of level of intensity, that intense spiritual work, it takes time. We do see like a little hint of the number 8 down there. So that's pretty cool. I think this is the page of what do you call it? Yeah, 2 pages. Page of Cups and then Page of Swords underneath here. With all of these people showing up, I kind of feel like you're surrounded by a lot of different energies, and what you're being asked to do is to step aside and focus more on what your energy is and what you can and cannot give to others. We're going to clarify these though, don't worry. And then we do have the 10 of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Not 10 of Swords. This is the 9 of Swords. So, yeah, let's go ahead and clarify these, because I want to go a bit deeper as to what this is all about. Clarify these, please. 10 of Swords again. Page of Wands. And then Temperance. I'm going to clarify again, because there's just a lot of different things going on, and I think part of this is you're being asked to focus and direct yourself to what it is that you really want to accomplish, or what you're able to accomplish. But I don't think this is long-term accomplishment. I just think this is more of who you want yourself to be. And is that version of you being manipulated by other people? I do see the Queen of Wands underneath the Queen of Wands, so that's pretty cool. And it is in contrast to the overall energy of the reading, which is the Black Moon again. So you might be around people who are trying to convince you that you need to keep going, even though you don't have the energy to do so. With this 10 of Swords being here, sealing the lips, even though you know that you need the rest. Let's see. Yeah, and four of Swords being here. And I think part of you is conflicted and trying to appease or satisfy not even a specific person, but like the masses, versus creating a space to heal and rest for yourself. I think deep down you know that when you come out, you'll be replenished and ready to give more of yourself to others. With this card being here. But there's a strong guilt associated with it. There's a strong sense of, what if by the time I get back, everyone else is gone? What if they had left to someone else? And if that's the case, I mean, they probably wouldn't have stuck around anyway. Like, you shouldn't have to exert that much energy just to keep people in your circle. Like, that's not worth your time, especially with the amount of power that you have. It could be the case, I don't know if you were drawn to another pile, where They're just taking advantage of your energy, of your light, of the warmth that you give to others. Or not even give, it's just an energy that you are. You are warmth itself. With the Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, and you're meant to move, right? But you can't always be moving. And I think that's something that, again, either person or it might be a relationship, whatever circumstance it is, it's like they're used to knowing that you are able to move quickly and through different circumstances, situations. You go through things quickly, and that's the expectation. But what they don't know is that when you're alone, that's how you recharge. And it's just kind of like the expectation is getting tighter and tighter. It's like, I don't know, it just feels like there's a guilt associated with it. And that's not beneficial to anyone. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of oracle cards just to get some more guidance on this. We have Perseverance with Demeter and Breaking Habits. I'm going to get another couple tarot cards before looking at the oracles again, but I want to see what this is about. The King of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. Okay, let's look at the oracle. It's like I'm imagining kind of a ram who's just trying to push through with brute force as opposed to being smarter and taking alternative routes or using tools that are more efficient in whatever practice this is regarding. I do think it has to do with being independent or appearing to be independent. And while you do have that fire that is your fire to use. Again, it's not always there, and it has to be forged into something useful for you. And while there's almost a desperation in moving on to the next phase of your life where you're a little more, again, independent, or not. Well, for some of you it's independent, for others of you it's more of expressive in who you are. Like, I think that's very important for you to have your own rules, to be yourself. And it's kind of like you've been putting so much energy towards fighting someone else off or fighting these other people off that it's just taking away from your ability to actually get anywhere. With the Breaking Habits card being there, and then we do have the Ten of Wands. There we go, almost got it. It's so hard with these reflective decks. There we go. Like overexertion, but it doesn't get you anywhere, and breaking that pattern is what's going to help you get out. But let's see. Okay. Akilandeshvari is one of the various forms of the Hindu goddess Adi Shakti, and is also known as the never not broken goddess. Oh, that's interesting. When broken down into its constituent parts akin to the goddess herself, her name can be translated as Supreme Goddess who rules the universe. She hears your struggle and asks you to break the habits that bind you. This embodies the essential need for change, reminding you that just because you are broken does not mean you are not powerful. The goddess emphasizes that it's completely within your rights to remove yourself and seek change. Seeing that again with the Ten of Wands, but also the Four of Swords, which is why the Isolation card is coming up again. It's you gain clarity when you're away from this situation, from these people, from whatever it is that's trying to continue to extract your energy and tell you where to go, what to do. And it's almost like you're falling into their patterns. It's not really your patterns. It's like they're drawing from you. And that gives this Emperor card a new meaning. It's like that energy is being drained from the Conqueror in this card. Which is your power, which is your ability to be independent again, like the King of Pentacles would be. But the perseverance is pretty clear, I would say, in prioritizing your goals, prioritizing your energy, and not being afraid to isolate yourself, again, with boundaries, breaking barriers, breaking habits. Is like, who are you serving? And how does serving this or these people benefit not only you but the world at large? Does it at all? Or is it just kind of people who are confused that are just trying to reel you into their confusion? Is just like a massive cloud that's just spreading, and you as the fire could either add to the cloud, or you just go elsewhere. Like, just leave. But it's not that easy. There's a lot of other factors in the way. I think part of it is your mind that's keeping you stuck there, and part of it is there is something to be gained by being around these people, but it's not balanced. The Temperance card is there, but it's not balanced. And I think with the Nine of Swords being here as well, you know that. And it's almost as if the swords won't leave until you do. That balance will naturally come into equilibrium when you're isolated. And it's even if you can't get away completely all at once, like just teleport out of whatever situation this is, it is saying that wherever you can, in any manner that you can, to create a space for yourself, like a daily practice, a daily space, until it becomes clear what you can do, what you should do. It's baby steps towards your freedom, and that freedom again is more of just feeling your own energy. And I think you'll notice when that happens, when you just not in waves, like what can happen with especially fire signs, where it's just ups and downs. It's more of a consistent, level-headed, but there's a strong fire within you, a strong energy, a strong desire, and sense of purpose that maybe you've been lacking. And again, that's part of what's around you that's kind of clouding you. So the box, maybe that energy work, maybe creating a sphere around you, but I think more physical isolation is going to be your best friend in moving forward. And I think you'll notice the difference and the importance of that over time. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the reading there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please let me know. Leave a like if you like it. Comment, do all that stuff. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.